G'day guys, so now we have our kettlebell racked offset carry. So you'll notice here that there are two different colored kettlebells. They are both different weights. Now generally there's going to be a few things in terms of how much weight do we have on the lower and how much weight do we have on the upper end. Sometimes a 50-50 split, or sorry, a half the weight split. So in this case it might be a 10 kilo and a 5 kilo. It really depends on where you are and what we're trying to achieve out of this movement. A few things remain the same, much like our farmer's carry. We want to make sure that as we're walking, we're always striking through that heel, we're squeezing the glutes and staying locked on. We want to make sure that our abs, so our TA, obliques and rec abdom, they're all locked on. Those stabilizers are locked. Our oblique sling is what we're working here as well. So when we're taking up the weight, now depending on how much you're using, if you are using a heavier kettlebell, especially for that racked, feel free to get it up on a bench or a high surface so you're able to get into that rack position a little bit easier. From there, we want to come into this rack position. Now notice how my elbow isn't straight down to the side. It's on a bit of a 45. This is to create a little bit of a shelf and aid in stability. From here, in my right hand, or the heavier weight, this is down by the side. What I want to make sure is these knuckles are fairly close to the chin, okay? They don't have to be on, and as always, we're not bringing our chin to the knuckles, bring our knuckles to the chin. So we're still locked in and nice and tight. From here, just like our normal carry exercises, we're just going for our walk. We're making sure we're striking with that heel as we press down, and then we're driving off with the toe, making sure as well that we're squeezing those glutes. Now, one thing in this rack position you may notice is, unlike the farmer's carry, you may not be able to drop those ribs down to the pelvis. So we're not contracting those abs. What you may find is you're in a little bit more of an upright position, and this is completely fine because as we're holding that rack up there, we want to make sure that our spine is correctly loaded. So we don't want to be in a rounded position, because then we start to place more load through that thoracic and we can start to compromise the shoulder's integrity as well. So in this case, we are in a nice anatomically straight position. And that is our offset racked carry.